In 1999, NASA lost a 327 million spacecraft because one team used pounds and the other used newtons. The Mars Climate Orbiter burned up in the Martian atmosphere, and the cause was a unit conversion error that a high school physics student could have caught. The Mars Climate Orbiter was launched in December 1998. It was supposed to study Martian weather, climate, and water distribution. It traveled 416 million miles over 9.5 months. The entire mission hinged on a single orbital insertion maneuver that would place the spacecraft into orbit around Mars. The navigation team at Lockheed Martin built the spacecraft. They calculated thruster firings in pound, seconds, an imperial unit. NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California ran the mission. Their software expected newtons seconds, the metric standard. Both teams assumed the other was using the same units. Nobody verified. For months, small trajectory discrepancies appeared. The spacecraft was gradually drifting off course. JPL noticed the anomalies but attributed them to estimation errors. They never considered that the underlying data was in the wrong unit system. The software kept accepting pound-second values and treating them as newton seconds, creating a 4-to-1 force miscalculation. On September 23, 1999, the orbiter began its Mars orbit insertion burn. The spacecraft passed behind the planet. Mission controllers waited for it to re-emerge. It never did. The trajectory was 60 miles lower than planned. The spacecraft either burned up in the atmosphere or skipped off into deep space. The 327 million mission was gone. NASA's post-mortem report was devastating. The error was in the ground software, not the spacecraft. A single line of code failed to convert units. There was no formal process for verifying interface data between contractors and mission control. The report listed 8 specific management failures, including inadequate staffing, skipped reviews, and a culture that assumed contractor data was correct. The Mars Climate Orbiter became a case study in systems engineering. It proved that the most expensive failures aren't caused by exotic physics or impossible challenges. They're caused by interfaces, handoffs between teams, assumptions that go unchallenged because everyone is too busy or too trusting. NASA implemented rigorous unit verification protocols after the loss. Every future mission required explicit unit declarations at every interface. But the same kind of mistake keeps happening. In 2015, an Airbus A400M military transport crashed because of a software configuration error. In 2023, a Boeing 737 MAX door panel blew out because bolts were left off during maintenance. The details change, the pattern doesn't. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos.